Okay. This one's a bit scary. Here we go. Get your hands ready. Listen first, sorry. Jaheem, let's have whole body listening. Ear. Okay, get your hands ready, go. Ear. Excellent, Owen. Fantastic. Okay. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and show. Billy, what word did phoneme Fred sound out?
Fear.
Fear, good. What does fear mean? What does fear mean? Do you want to look at the picture? What does fear mean? Can you have boards down? Do you need some help? Yeah, Nora, what does fear mean?
Like if somebody throws you out.
What do you mean if someone throws you out?
Like if you throw me out of the school.
Oh, so but I wouldn't do that, would I? If you were thrown out of the school, you would fear. So how would you feel? You would feel
Scared.
yes, and fear's a little bit like scared. Okay, all right. So we are going to stop there. We're going to do a brain break.
One that has 2007.
Oh, okay then. We'll do the last one. Okay. Here we go. This is the last one. Looking carefully, then we're going to use our hands. Your ear. Everyone get their hands ready, go. Your ear. Key teaching point. A word can have lots of letters, but less sounds. Your ear. Your ear. Okay. And look carefully, Ennis, at the letters that are in the ear sound. Your ear. Have a look, Hotman. What letters are in the ear sound? Okay, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and show. Who's got good listening? Fantastic listening over here. Owen, what word did phoneme Fred sound out?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Excellent. So how many letters are there in year, Owen? How many letters?
4.
4. How many sounds? Your ear.
2.
Good boy. That was our key teaching point. A word can have many letters, but less sounds. Fantastic. Can you put your pens on top of your lids, please? Okay. And follow 4. Okay, I'm going to put some music on, Jaheem. And I want you to think about what you've learnt today and how do you know. So no one should be fussing with their pens. Okay, I want you to think, what have you learnt today and how do you know? I'm going to give you 12 seconds thinking time. And then you're going to share it with your partner. So what have you learnt and how do you know? So you're thinking to yourself first of all. Like the way Darnell's thinking, like the way Neddy's thinking. Board should be in front of you, Josh and Billy. Wonder if anyone can remember what the key teaching point is. Okay. Everyone show me whole body listening, please. Okay, I'd like you to share. Now be careful because I need you to look at your boards in a minute. Be careful when you turn to your partner. You're going to share 2 or 3 key things that you remember today. It might be the key teaching point. It might be the sounds that you recall. You might want to share some of your words. Maybe you want to share some of your words into a silly sentence. Okay, so be careful as you turn to your partner. So I want you to keep your boards nice and clean. Okay, chatterbox to your partner what you've learnt and how do you know. So to just keep this here. So you don't need your boards. Okay, tell me something that you've learnt today.
I got a silly sentence.
Okay, tell me something you've learnt today. Mohammed, put this down. Put it down. Good boy.
I learned how to spell yawn.
Yawn, good. So what sound is in yawn?
A-W.
A-W, fancy. You've learnt how to spell yawn, good. And what was the key teaching point? Share with these guys.
There is more letters, but less sounds.
So sometimes there are more letters in words, but less sounds. Fantastic. So you're going to share with your friend. So Billy, who are you chatterboxing with? You chatterboxing with Jaheem? Jaheem, do you want to share something that you've learnt today? So what was the key teaching point that you remember? What was that one thing that you needed to remember?
The letters may have maybe letters in words than sounds.
Okay, so sometimes when you're looking at words, there might be more letters than sounds. Good. Tell me one of the sounds that you learnt today, the sounds. What were the sounds? I'm not asking for the words, the sounds. Have a look at your work. It's the ear sound. Good, the ear sound. What letters are in the ear sound?
A-R.
Fantastic, okay. And what's the other sound?
Ow.
Not ow, not the ow sound, the or sound. Okay, what letters are in the or sound, Tanisha?
A-N-W.
Good. It's also like another sound that we've learnt, or.
Oh, shut the door.
And what letters are in that sound?
O and the O.
Not an O and a...
O-R.
Good, okay. Salma, can I have you stop that, sweetie, please? Thank you. And 5, and 4. Some good chatterboxing. 3, 2, and 1. Do this, but don't do that. Do this. Do that. You don't do that. Do this. And this. And that. And this. And this. Okay. Let's have someone to come on up to say the plenary question. Big loud voice I need. Nora, come on up. Got good sitting from the back. Fantastic. Gress, you don't need to be using your pen now. Okay, big loud voice, please.
What have we been learning and how do we know?
Good. What have we been learning and how do we know? Fantastic. Do you want to come and sit down? Okay, so what have we learnt and how do we know? Okay, let's start off with Jaheem. Big loud voice.
We learned a phonic sound.
Okay, what's one of the sounds that we looked at today? Which sound?
E.
The ear sound. And what letters are in the ear sound?
E-A-R.
E-A-R. Good, okay. What was one of the other sounds that we learnt today? We've got the ear sound. What was one of the other sounds? Like some other thinkers. Jasneet.
Or yawn in the door.
Good. Or yawn at dawn. Good. What letters are in the or sound?
A-W.
Fantastic. Who can remember what the key teaching point was? Who can remember? Can anyone remember what that key teaching point is? Otman. Can't hear you in big loud voice. Owen.
There is more letters, but more letters, but there is a little bit of sounds.
So good boy. So sometimes in words there are more letters but less sounds. The key teaching point. Sometimes there are more letters but less sounds. Good. Okay. So who can put any of these words into a silly sentence? I want you to tell me the sound. Tell me how you would spell that sound so you can put it into a silly sentence. Okay. Do you want to start off, Liva? What sound are you looking at?
Ear.
You're looking at the ear sound. Which letters are in the ear sound?
E-A-R.
E-A-R. Okay. So every time we hear a ear sound, let's put our hand up to our ear. Every time we hear an ear sound, okay? So you're only going to choose words that have the ear, okay? Let's show whole body listening, Owen.
The ear to the pool and the pool feed to the yawn.
Okay, can you say it a bit louder? Because I only want the ear sounds, I only want the ear words.
The
Listen.
ear, you. The ear feed to the ear, and the ear feed to the ear.
Okay, lots and lots of ear words. Which ear words did Liber use? Which ear words did Liber use? Eunice? Fear, good. What other ear word? China? Yeah, excellent. And one other one she used?
Ear.
Fantastic. Okay, who can think of another silly sentence with another sound? Another silly sentence with another sound. Darnell, what's your sound?
Crawl.
Okay, so what's the sound? Or, good, okay. So every time we hear an or sound, let's do this. Everyone look at me. Let's do that for the or, for the yawn sound, okay? So you've got to have a big loud voice, Darnell, so we can all hear.
The crawl said sorry to the ear.
So the crawl said sorry to the year, okay? What or word did he choose? What or word did he use?
Crawl.
The crawl, yes, crawl, fantastic. Okay, I have one more. Okay, Eunice, big loud voice.
The yawn is crawled downstairs.
The yawn crawled downstairs.
He said this. He said the yawn's ear crawled downstairs.
The yawn's ear crawled downstairs. Okay, how many or words did he use? That's a silly sentence. How many or words did he use? The yawn's ear crawled downstairs. How many or words did he use? Liber? Two, good. And how many ear words did he use? The yawn's ear crawled downstairs.
One.
Fantastic. Okay, so let's have a look. What's in your learning bag? We've looked at what we've been learning about today. We've answered that question, Tanisha. Okay. What if we did not learn all the different letter sounds? It's a bit like, George, what's in it for me? What if we didn't learn all the letter sounds? What would happen if we didn't look at phonics, if we didn't look at new words? I want more people thinking. More people thinking. Yannick, if we didn't learn different letter sounds.
We don't know how to spell words.
Fantastic. We won't know how to spell words. What other things? If we didn't learn different letter sounds. China.
It would be difficult for us to do a sentence.
It would be very difficult for us to do a sentence. Any other ones, Tanisha?
It would be difficult to write a sentence.
It would be difficult for us to write a sentence. And any others?
It would be difficult for us to read.
Excellent. It would be very difficult for us to read. Good. Okay. So we've looked at these words into sentences, and we have looked at what you will remember because you've shared all of that. So well done, Year 2. Okay. I was very happy. I think the children achieved the learning objective. All of the children were listening to the sounds. They were writing the sounds down. They were blending them. They could read the words back. So after the lesson, the children would take their whiteboards to their tables, and they would write down the words, draw a picture, visualise the words so that I know that they understand what the word means, and then they could put the words into sentences. And I think you heard some of them actually chatterboxing their silly sentences, and even though that some of the words, don't make sense in the sentence, but they're talking about it, they're using the words.